Ashafo Mamunyina Kwaba once again about Pinaxtv. So President John Dramani Mahama Kamyako said since about power no we've been seeing across all the spheres obi biara o krum ha say purportedly no owu sika and I say Becca say be a G2 say any panel a businessman no we realize that all of a sudden no the Federal Bureau of Investigation, which happens to be the FBI, they go after them. Now what you are seeing on the screen is air reporter if the Federal Bureau of Investigation FBI or for air patches currently they are arresting multiple Ghanaians. Now I've been following this for a while now. I realized that Yaya MP Bako Asante Achim North MP Achim North MP Nanu Yechino Emma Sansem Nyan. Now we know sir Speaker Bang Bagben a briefing about it. Ghana's parliament have also responded. But then right now what is really coming to bear this particular latest news what we are learning is that Ghanaian nationals indicted for romance fraud scams. So we'll be getting into the details as to why this thing even happened in the first place. And we are learning is something that the United States of America or they've been doing it, or they've been having this particular background operation for long. So sure what they actually wrote on their social media platform, that is X. Sana Utimi on the screen. So two brothers from Ghana and a woman from the US have been indicted for allegedly being part of a criminal network that devised romance fraud schemes to obtain money from victims by mostly targeting the elderly in the United States of America. So they are telling us this group of people this group of people omoyenkrofobia part of a criminal network. Say one more chrome has here fraud because me I know how the game works. I mean can't say me a fraud. They don't do it alone. They do it with the people outside the country, talking about US. The money doesn't really flow into your account. The money goes through them. And that is how come for real. No. She named a lot of accomplices. We've seen say Joe Remes, a whole lot of people they were big time ballers and even had money in the Chrome Mosca. Now quickly let's go to the website and see exactly what these people are saying. So on your screen you know exactly what is really happening. So as you can see, I say Ghanaian nationals indicted for romance fraud scams. Just for you to know, this came yesterday, the 14th of May 2020. 6. So as you can see on the screens, a breakdown of the case. The case is one of several highlighting criminal patterns targeting older Americans. So what they are trying to tell us now is that this particular thing these people are romance fraud. They target the elderly. Okay, target intuition the whole screen. So I say the whole thing happened state happened in Cleveland. Or see two brothers from Ghana and a woman from the US have been indicted for allegedly being part of a criminal network that devised romance fraud schemes to obtain money from victims by mostly targeting the elderly in the United States. An indictment was recently unsealed in United States versus Jamal Abubakari and all, charging the following three individuals with conspiracy to commit wire fraud and money laundering. And their names will shock you, okay? In fact, but then they have names near the other. Inti nipa bakwa ye bondin sisi ano, as you can see on the screens. Lama Abubakari, aka Jama Abubakari, and I say aka arrangement. Ni din krane ne ho sese no, ono arrange the whole thing. Into pe chrome ha say, be arrange ama mo wenye osika Jamal. The second on the list no Kama Abubakari, aka Kama Abubakar, aka Lancaster. He is 22 years old. What we want you to know is that the first two people, apparently, they are brothers. Now, about the third one, and we are learning, say, no, you're bad. Now, Mammy Penimu and Kobitima was uncle for me, don't chef fraud more them. We are learning, say, her name is Amanda Joy Opoku Boache, aka Amanda Joy Gloom, aka Amanda Joe Kese Berman, 53 years. Now, Osanso Twasa, all three defendants were arrested in Virginia and remain in custody pending federal court proceedings. proceedings. Now, but down now, it goes on to tell us further, according to allegations in the indictment from July 2024 to April 2026, the defendants targeted older Americans on dating websites and social media platforms to engage in romance fraud schemes. The defendants conspired with others to use fake personas to establish close personal relationships with the victims, which are often romantic in nature. And being misled by false stories, the victim sent money via wire transfer to financial accounts controlled by conspiracy members. Portions of the funds were further provided to co-conspirators in Ghana and elsewhere. So let me explain this, because a lot of people are seeing this and asking, say, Nana, what is really happening? Picture. What is really happening? So what is really happening is and they say, how these people do the fraud? No, it's simple. Okay. Some can catch on. No, your client no Chrome has say, okay. Unya clients we are they buy VPN, they get on US for dating websites, Tinder near the so the VPN yes I no choose to state be a bit make Ohio, meanwhile or Shakasoa. So whilst what logging in our create account, so no a copy will be no what base or fairness or so dating and I say we will say a dating match. No, a match with someone. Usually they want the men, because older men, omuna sebiu when ya ni rejana divorce aba opobia sebiu bechichi ni rekeke. So nice picture, nice Ghanaian lady. Now I start to say on no chat. Now they don't just go and say give me money. They start checking up on you. They start remembering your birthday. They build that personal connection. Some even go to the extent of even buying you flowers for your birthday. Time mama mi remembering crucial details. And why I say, let's get married. And now Bema Nankasa now older US men no and so let's get married. And now I start to say okay or to China Yampia. So one of the format they use is send me money to do the visa. Send me money, send it at the end of the day, I can come to the US. One other format too using they use a gold format. Or catch us or ban of royal family, ni papewu. Now was already $200,000 a good year. Ghana to is Gold Coast. Now Bronin to Jimmy, when 22-year-old girl or Phil said or done it, was saying, and it goes on and on and on and on till one more money or more chatting, they eventually don't even if anything come up again. Now let me put this very clearly. We are learning, said the FBI, the Federal Bureau of Investigation, have officially opened an office here in Ghana. This particular thing came this particular dawn. Into more and more fraud, you have two things, either to change your ways or perhaps in someone's words, be careful. Now, we will not read all this because of time, but then you back down has say meaning about brad down mommy. You better share from a year in Sambia Orca. Now, also according to allegations in the indictment from about July 2024, the website, from about July 2024 to April 2026, the defendants targeted Americans on dating websites. Targeted Americans on dating websites, and also targeted older Americans on social media platforms to engage in these fraud schemes. Now, the defendants conspired with others to use fake personas to establish close personal relationship with victims. It's for real. Near the for real, fraud no. It's cat bar. Na for real. Now we are not yet trust. So after being misled by false stories, the victim sent money via wire transfer to financial accounts controlled by conspiracy members. Portion of the funds were provided to co-conspirators in Ghana and elsewhere. Now, this is where I want you to know exactly what is really happening. In all of these things, we've just had two names, okay? Two names, Jama Abubakar, Kama Abubakar, and also one of them co-conspirators of US, a friend Amanda Joy Opoku Boache. Now, back down one, you realize that more names will begin to pop up, including Frederick Kumi, aka Abuchika. Now, back down has here, a series of related cases to this matter, which have also charged conspiracies tied to Ghana for targeting elderly victims, have been assigned to one district judge to coordinate proceedings, while many defendants in those matters are pending trial or sentencing. 9 defendants have already pleaded guilty and have been collectively sentenced to approximately 50 years in prison. In United States versus Frederick Kumi, aka Emmanuel Kojo Ban Obeng, aka Abuchika, and Daniel Yusuf, aka Dentini or Denteni, aka Slab Kumi, aka Slap, Kumi 31 of Swedru, Accra, and Yusuf, also 31 of Accra, were charged in December last year, 2025, with conspiracy to commit fraud, wire fraud, and money laundering conspiracy. Now, in here, nyabo eye abuchika oneno in for miensano, yabo omudin. These three people yabo omudin, we realize say amo bill, but we are learning say abuchika on teaming for filling a 30 million bill now. Yeah, the man no, so he's still there. Now, yeah, back down one, more names continue to pop up. Or see in the United States versus Frederick Kumi, aka Emmanuel Kojo Obeng, aka Abuchika. Okay, a near candidate. But yeah, back down, or see in the United States versus David Ayenye, Abuaniku, and the defendants below currently serving prison sentences after pleading guilty to conspiracy to commit wire fraud and money laundering. So yeah, no, they are telling us that it's not just one person. Nigeria for so can now. Ushe breakdown na bas na or bought edimiensa na obono. First one, a set of three names, new three names. Or say, Dwayne Asafu Ejay, 29, a citizen of Ghana, was sentenced to 71 months in prison, 3 years of supervised release, and ordered to pay 372,000 in restitution. Inti echemi ya, yedi kan che abrantie bi efe ni Dwayne Asafu Ejay, we 29. Oh no, yedi ni tumu betimaka say basically like 7 years, okay? 10 or 12. Basically like 7 to 8 years, basically making around 71 months. Now, uye nukure fiwa, opie kra na yebe monetano. They be also reporting there for 3 years. Uye nusufiwa, I was so $372,000 to the state because one more fraud on Maji Omusika. We go to the two. Nancy Adom, who is 30 years, or no, yes, or Columbus, Ohio, or no, so sentencing similarly to 71 months. Now, you better check it what 71 months is. So basically, all we have to do is just divide 71 by 12. More months a year, no. You can help me in this corner. But then we are learning, say, 6 years and a 5.9, which is basically 6 years. So Nancy Adom, so no, so you're channel, you're jailing for 6 years. You need 3 years of supervised release. Supervised, which you said, you'll be beyond because most of them, no, US, no, you be sure, mom. And this particular Nancy Adom, no, she is supposed to pay a total of $1 million, 79,559 to the state. You be third person, also, Eric Edu, on already 46 years, on also of Columbus, Ohio, on also sentenced to 71 months in prison, which is basically like 6 years. And now, on 3 years of supervised release, and on other than say, on 668,228 in restitution. But you can restitution now, which means say, what on my car, what on crop car, and quarter, and no better compensation. But in this case, the restitution has to do with something for the state, and our victims are collectively, are buying on, which is in this case the U.S. government is taking you to court on their behalf. Now, but that one, a lot of names continue to pop up. They also continue to mention a lot of your friends saying agencies. Now, but down has say ultimately nada. Wasif, on already 31 years, and also you're sentencing to 1 year in prison, which is 12 months, and also 1 year of supervised release. And also, yes, own to a year 172,644, probably or a Ghanaian. Additionally, Kevin Asma, 28, a Ghanaian citizen, was arrested and charged in a second superseding indictment. It's a Ghana for, mind you, the first people were 3, the second people were 3, now is 2, making 8 Ghanaians so far. And don't think that a list of names. These people no omugusu fraud. Most of them or all of them are Ghanaians. I'll say in the United States versus Otu and Ponsa and all, the defendants below are currently serving prison sentences after pleading guilty to conspiracy to commit wire fraud and money laundering conspiracy. Number 1. Otu Amponsa, 34, of Columbus, Ohio, was sentenced to 108 months in prison. We are talking about somewhere like maybe 9 years. And also ordered to pay a restitution of 3,324,625. Into no Otu Amponsa, on the boka, what is our fraud nature ye pa, or the Ohio Hona, Sebu, Ghana ni be fraud there. Now I adding what they are fan of so no agenda coins. Into no. yes own to a total of 3,324,675 Emma states no you 20 years cry onya says kana. But then here's the catch: most of these people have assets, they have Lamborghinis and so they can sell them to basically reimburse or restitute the state. Yeah, back down swa or say Portia Joe, 28 of Columbus, Ohio. She was sentenced to 51 months in prison, 3 years of supervised release, and also ordered to pay $2,035,438 in restitution. So basically, that is it. Yeah, but for Portia Joe, basically also a Ghanaian. Yeah, but the other one on the list, Anna Amponsa, who is 35 years, and also Columbus, Ohio, and also sentenced to almost 9 years in prison. That's 108 months in prison. Opia 3 years, you be supervised, and also yes, so a boss state in the fraud into $1.4 million onto Emma States, Yeah, but you Dwayne Asafu Eje, whose age is 29 years, or no, a Ghanaian citizen, or no, you need to move for 71 months, basically like 6 years. Or you need PSY, you better shed your year for 3 years, or no, see, so on to 372,943 in restitution to the states. I said this will run concurrent to the sentence from US. Abunekwe and Co. No, that's so case through until the count will 10 years. Yentuaso Anna Adom, 27 of Akron and Columbus, Ohio, was also sentenced to what? 71 months in prison. We are talking about almost 6 years. And you release you say before you release at 3 years, you be supervised. And even far from that, you born a cassette on 278,894 back to the state. Therefore, this is exactly what is really happening. And Sisi also be to care more. Remember we need brain because Charlie, right now the way the thing you do mistake, they go bad you. What I say, every fraud boy be and a fraud was more chromas or mass wine. If an alcohol Nigeria and Dubai, Uko Dubai, horse rep on your coacheno, Nigeria put the EFCC on Metro. The Ghana has on you see and you see FBI for Ababe your more office. So where you the rango and to see can any real estate now the best fashion nakakra winyano. Udiko sabe pepe. Now, almost also catch said there are many state departments are more with this particular investigation. Intuition there were screens so my a breakdown or say Ghana's attorney office, or say the Justice Department's Office of International Affairs provided significant assistance. U.S. Attorney David M. Topfer would like to acknowledge international and national partners for their valuable assistance in the matter. So now they are telling us, the people, they are telling us the people or the agencies here, as our agencies, no, omo and asebu, omo boye, ema ye chase ankrofo. They are saying that the Ghana's Attorney General Office, IOCO, that's the Economic and Organized Crime Office, GPS, that's the Ghana Police Service, the Ghana Cyber Security Authority, NACOC. That's the Ghana Narcotics and Control Board, Ghana Financial Intelligence Center, Ghana Immigration Center, Ghana National Intelligence Bureau, NIB, and also other agencies that were US or the Drug Enforcement Administration Sensitive Investigative Unit, the U.S. Department of Homeland Security Investigation, the U.S. Department of Homeland Security, U.S. Custom and Border Protection, the U.S. Department of Justice Office of International Affairs, the U.S. Department of State, FBI Washington Field Office, FBI Legal Attaché Office in Accra. You see, Tia, FBI Legal Attaché Office in Accra. So I was telling you, sir, these people have come to set up an office in Ghana. You see where I'm coming? It will share last but one now. Can you just give me that session? I want the people to see. Or see FBI Legal Attaché Office in Accra. Which means the FBI for me no customer babeti office. Ebi a Pinaxtv office in China or more. You don't know. Ebi a me no say kra me FBI agent. You don't know. Now Oba Siena or see US Attorney's Office, Eastern District of Virginia. So the case in there where he reach in there, Charlie, it makes serious. As FBI come open them office for Ghana, Charlie, all fraud boys no masumba yesh. Now many comments, Obi say Ohio the bites. we fi Beye TV. Ohio de massa. E ho na ni many nyina fi o. Ti si ane de wan hwe some ye change states no because abroad for no omeni abre pa what I say no beka so na na usu ku ye bia no comment on that one. So that is exactly what is really happening. I just say now even let's put this what TV3 is also saying. Also, 2 Ghanaian brothers and a US woman indicted over alleged romance scams targeting elderly Americans. So can you put that on the screens for me? TV3 for omeyina omode eba you know. So that is exactly what they are saying. Please, producer, what are you doing? Put it on the screens. I'll say 2 Ghanaian brothers and a US woman indicted over alleged romance scam targeting elderly Americans. That's it. So clearly, you know, in all honesty, no, Charlie, we all for be careful. So a hand ye be seen to say you're in some for us because we are still going on to another court case. Now, court case I hear question RNAQ. Now RNAQ ankasa ne de ne ho nsɛm ne ye bebre